Now to Drew Peterson. Still under investigation in the disappearance of his fourth wife, Stacy, the former police sergeant now faces another legal battle. The family of his third wife, Kathleen Savio, has filed a wrongful death lawsuit alleging he killed her. Attorney John Q. Kelly represents Savio's family in the lawsuit. He joins us here. And in Bolingbrook, Illinois, Drew Peterson and the two sons he had with Kathleen Savio, Thomas and Christopher. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
John, let me begin with you.
Sure.
Tell me what your lawsuit claims and tell me what your clients hope to accomplish. You're representing the father of Kathleen Savio and her sister, correct?
Well, the estate. It's not the individuals, it's Kathleen's estate itself. So, I mean, there are two basic allegations. One is that Mr. Peterson is responsible for, Kathleen Savio's death, and we want to make sure the best interests of the children are looked out for.
If your lawsuit is successful, what happens?
What happens? All the assets that it should have gone to the children originally, all the marital assets and things like that, would be properly segregated for the children. And, Mr. Peterson would be taken to task and labeled for what he had done, causing her death.
Would Kathleen Savio's father and sister stand to gain any money if your lawsuit is successful?
Not one penny. They have no financial interest in the lawsuit whatsoever. It's only for the estate and Kathleen's two minor children.
Because currently the estate is in Drew Peterson's name?
I'm sorry?
Currently, the estate, everything went to Drew Peterson after she died?
Well, yeah, his uncle was appointed executor as the result of a handwritten will he had done, and his uncle had gone into court and basically handed over everything to Drew to use at his discretion rather than segregate it to his children.
Let me turn it to the Peterson family. Thomas, you're only 16 years old. Your younger brother is Christopher. Christopher, you're 14. I understand you do not want to speak, but you're there to support your brother and your dad. So, Thomas, I'm going to direct my questions to you. What do you think of this lawsuit, Thomas?
I think it's ridiculous because what they're trying to do, they're trying to take money from my dad and basically give it back to us. Now, do the math. He's got everything put into us as it is. So it just doesn't make sense.
Thomas, what kind of relationship? Thomas, what kind of relationship do you have with your grandfather and your aunt, who are bringing about this case on behalf of your deceased mother?
For my grandfather, I remember meeting him. And if he was walking on the street, I wouldn't be able to recognize him. And my aunt, I haven't seen in 6 years. And so they've made no attempt of contacting me. So I haven't really seen them.
Thomas, when your mom first died a couple of years ago, at first it was reported that she died of an accidental drowning in a dry bathtub. And then later on, her body was exhumed. And now there's an investigation to see if there should be any criminal charges brought against your dad in the wrongful death of your mom. How do you think your mom died, Thomas?
Accidents happen all the time. I highly do not believe that my dad had murdered my mom because, first off, he wasn't there. He was with us during that period of time, and I don't know what else to say. I don't believe it.
Thomas, what has life been like for you and your brother and your dad for these last couple of years?
It's been crazy, with the news media in front of my house all the time, and it really hasn't been much of an impact ever since my mom died, because nothing could be worse than that. But it's just made my childhood much harder.
And then to hear everyone accuse your dad of killing your mom, what's that been like?
That's just making it even worse. I'm seeing a lot of the world and a lot of the people's true motives. So,
what do you want to say to the public on behalf of your dad?
I want to say that he's the greatest dad in the world. Not a lot of people know that. People see the news all the time and see what everyone has portrayed him to be. But to our family, no one could ask for a better dad.
Drew, let me turn to you. The last we heard, everybody's very interested in your love life. We've interviewed a girlfriend of yours who said she moved in with you. She said it was a PR stunt. Then she moved out, saying that you were using her for PR. Then she moved back in. She was your fiance. She wasn't your fiance. Are you still with this woman? Are you going to walk down the altar for the fifth time and have a fifth wife? Drew?
That's something that's going to be coming down the road, and I'm still very good friends with Christine, who you're talking to, and
Does she still live with you?
Christina.
Yeah, does Christina?
No, she moved out.
Would you
She
still
moved
call her
out
your
with her
girlfriend?
kids.
Would you
Yes,
still call her
she,
your girlfriend?
Yes.
So what is the next step for you in all this, Drew?
Basically, just get through it all. You know, we got a court battle in front of us, it looks like, so it's like basically just deal with the challenges that come with that.
In the final seconds, John, I want to turn to
Sure.
you. The grand jury is investigating to see if they should have a criminal lawsuit. Why don't you just wait to see what happens there before filing this civil lawsuit?
Well, we just filed it. We'll wait and see how that turns out before we go any further with it. And Julie, just as a final note, I mean, by all accounts, these two young men love their mother loved them, but to see them thrust on national television talking about her untimely death right now is upsetting too. But
This whole thing has been upsetting for the kids,
Sure.
all the kids involved, I imagine so, but they wanted the public to know that they love their dad.
that's
So,
good.
John Kelly, Drew, Thomas, Christopher, Peterson, thank you all